What's good, everybody? Come on the feed, man. Before I get off this feed, man, because I'm just getting in. Come on. What's up? What's up? Where's everybody at? Where's mine? Where we at?
Come back to take the block over, and then the people on the block is like, hold on. Oh, here goes Sabir right here now, and then they want to come just take the block back over. That's how it's supposed to go. You disagree? I say that. I'm just trying to bring Sabir up. I think that before you put people into a position that could be potentially controversial, you should let them know because it could cause enmity and people can get hurt and it can cause a lot of collateral damage. So I don't think that's how it's supposed to be. I think that if they working, like if they work, you should let them know like, yo, this is my spot, but my man's put me on or whatever. Because I don't think that. I don't you know what, Brother Amu, I saw that he wants Greenland and Canada. He wants to rename it the Gulf of America and the MAGA Canal. Let me tell you, I kind of got chills. I'm like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that's why we need somebody with cojones in that office. I mean that's huge. The Canada might as well be America. Like we've allowed Canada to catch up so much. Like their little Canadian dollar is almost catching up to us. Like we've bought so much crap, processed so much crap through China. Like they're like global competitors at this point. I remember when they weren't. Like they were still sweatshopping it. So yeah, like to maintain global dominance, you gotta crack a few eggs to make some omelets, you know. And if somebody's gotta eat, I want it to be our people, right? So I don't know. I don't know. I know it kind of seems a little imperial, and it almost seems like they're trying to conquer some stuff. But if you think about it, when's the last time we've seen anything, acquired in this country? What was the last one? What was it? Alaska or was it Hawaii? Was it Alaska or Hawaii? Those are the final two. And look how long ago that was. Like, why shouldn't we grow? It's all America anyway. North America, South America. Anyway, I don't know. That's kind of weird and imperial of me to say, but if it's gonna be a us versus them, I'm gonna always choose us. Welcome to the stage, Brother Sabir.
Peace, y'all. Yo, brother. Peace, y'all. How y'all doing? So, I listen. I'm live on my YouTube, and y'all, I do an intro, and I hope y'all don't mind because I do intros.
I know I'm on. I seem all nice, but I'm like, yeah, go get them.
I'm like,
in my heart, I kind of feel like that. Like, am I wrong? If it's us versus them, I want it to be us. Is that wrong?
Okay, are we here? Are we there? We good? Dre. I guess it's not only what you do, it's how you go about doing it. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that why we pay this military? Like our military, those people are going into the military. They're making all that money just to sit on their heinies and brag that they got full-term disability checks and stuff. And you hear them bits how they be bragging? Like the least you could do is serve this country. And if we got to go down there and take over the canal, then they should earn their pay. Like, why should we have a beautiful, brilliant military that just sits on their heinies? Peace, Drake. Yeah, can you hear me? Peace, Brother Sabir. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm just getting in the house, y'all, because I'm on my X right now in my YouTube. So I do an intro when I usually come on my shows because I'm literally just getting off the plane. I literally just got off the plane. And I was great to text you back, brother. Say, let's do this another day. But I said no, because when I give my word, I give my word. And that's just what it is, man. But I do an intro before I do these shows to actually set the mood right. You know how y'all cats be trying to impress these females? Y'all set the mood right, like with the candle. You know how y'all be doing it. I don't even know what that's. I don't even know what that's like anymore. How shit.
When you say y'all, it's you and all, so that you
don't put me in there. I take myself out of all of that stuff, brother. I'm not part of nothing. Don't put me in nothing. I'm good. I'm like a free agent, the radical one. Shit. Yeah, but I want to thank my brother because we had a discussion. I was in the airport and the discussion was crazy. That talk was, and you know how many people I spoke with, Dre, about that. And how you doing, sis? Who am I speaking with? What sister I'm speaking to?
Peace, brother. I'm Nacho.
Like in nachos, I eat nachos, but the vegan ones.
More like Nacho Auntie.
Okay, all right. I know, but I just was playing with words too. Yeah. But how you doing? Yeah, I'm just getting off the plane, man. I had to do a turnaround. I do stuff like that. I'm very tired. I missed my first flight. I had to sit in the airport for 4 hours. But while I'm in the airport, San Francisco, I'm having a whole conversation with different people. Boy, it's amazing.
Hey, so like you're doing all this flying, but I've seen all this stuff flying out the sky. Like I was telling you earlier, man, what's going on, man? I was telling the family, about what I saw online and how I was sharing it with you and what the feedback was. And the brother D that's right next to you, he had came in and he's like, yo, he wanted to get some info on your perspective with this Rex 84 and everything like that. So I know you like to do the intro and everything.
You know why I'm going to do the intro? I'm gonna explain some stuff to y'all. I was in Bakersfield when everything really kicked off. I was in Bakersfield. I don't know. Y'all probably saying, what the heck is Bakersfield? That's like 2.5 hours away. And it was a lot of stuff that was going on. And, you hear the bad stuff. Oh, yeah. Well, it's burning down in LA. And my people's calling me from the East Coast. Yo, Spirit look like what they tell me, Armageddon. I say, Armageddon where? Like, where? Like, people out here jogging, bro, with shorts on. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, it was wild, but it made me think, and I, it made me think of the story of Noah and the flood, or the fire. And I was like, if you don't have social media or the news, you would think it would be the end of the world. But if anybody live out here, they know that happens all the time. And it's not hitting the hood. It's really like my play mom says, it hit the bougie people, and I'm live now and asking the question, is it karma, or is it karma? Because I know Biden just gave $8 billion to Israel. Y'all didn't even hear about that. But being here on the ground is different. Like where I'm at, I'm in Long Beach. It's none of that. It's regular life. So the area that is hitting is more so like where what y'all call celebrities are at. That's what it is. But the funny part was, as none of it's funny, but I'm looking at nature. Right? And I'm like, I don't know if y'all paid any attention. And I don't know if I brought this up to you, Dre. I said, did you notice the trees? The trees were still standing.
Yeah, you brought that up to me, yeah.
I said, why is the tree still standing? And the house is burned down. Just think about it. How the trees still standing? And all the houses burned down, right? Think about it. It's like when you really look at all these things, I'm like, yo, bro, it's like that Rex 84, bro. But I had a track I wanted to play, so I want y'all to hear this, right? Because I'm on, like I said, I'm on YouTube, and I do. For y'all that don't know, that's on Clubhouse, because I don't do Clubhouse. Dre's getting ready to get me to come on Clubhouse, because it's a lot of gossip on Clubhouse, man. It's a lot of craziness on Clubhouse, and I was like, Clubhouse, what I'm gonna do on that thing, man? So eventually I'm gonna do it, because he said he will be the moderator. I said, okay, cool, I'm with it. Let's put it together, and I'm there. So, I was looking at nature, because I look at nature, and I'm always prepared for whatever's going to happen. I tell people this: if you from the hood, right, and you used to being in a cell with about 30 people, and you sleeping on a concrete or cement floor, and sleeping near the toilet, you used to anything. All this stuff is going to happen. The problem with people here, they got comfortable. And Umi said this to me. Yasim's mother told me this one time. I was in Spain. She said black people. She literally said black people in the United States are comfortable, and that's really what it is. We're too comfortable, and we took up what the Europeans are doing. We got comfortable right along with them. And I looked at that and I was like, because a person who really don't have anything is not worrying about losing anything. The only thing I share with you, brother Dre, that the only thing I'll be upset or probably go, well, I lost my son in 2020, but it's losing my children. Materialistic stuff I'm not concerned about, bro. I'm not concerned about materialistic stuff, because you know why? You can get all those things back, and that's the reality. I lost my son in Philadelphia in 2020, brother. I have a son and a daughter, and I have another son, but my children is something totally different compared to materialistic shit. And if you pay attention really what's going on, all that stuff is materialistic, brother. And I looked at it as maybe it's karma. I don't know. You don't care about what's going on in the Congo. You don't care about what's going on in Palestine, when people are losing their children, having children with their limbs cut or blown off, or people not eating. All of a sudden, everybody's concerned. You know why? Because we went away from nature. We're not even in tune with nature. We don't even care about each other anymore. We care more so about somebody wearing an Indonesia or a Chinese dashiki than anything else, but not in tune with nature. And this is why I said, for me to be getting on these feeds now and talking, I talked for the past 20 something, 25, 30, almost 30 years. Like, where are we going at with this? All information is here. You don't see no Mexicans losing their minds out here about that. Who's losing their minds? People that got comfortable. And where that stuff happen at, bro, it happens up in the valley part, where these what y'all call celebrities are at. They don't care about you.
I saw like last time this happened, like Dame Dash, I think he was in the Calabasas or something like that.
That's where they at. That's where most of them are at.
Yeah, and I was like, the same thing happened like last time, like you said, in those areas. But it's good to hear from people that's out there, because when you see it on social media or you see it on the news, you just look like, damn, this shit's going crazy out there. Like,
Let me ask you, did you see anybody from Compton? Anybody from Watts? You ain't seen that. Oh, brother, didn't hit that part. Okay, then who's in those areas? Think about it.
I seen something on this is what I was saying too. I seen something where some people said they were from Compton, but nowadays with social media again, people remix and make fake content. They use AI. I didn't know if that was real or not.
No, but this is the thing. It's not necessarily in the hood. Like, you'll get the after effects or the stuff coming. Like, I can see it where I'm at now. I can literally see it. You see what I'm saying? Where I'm at in Long Beach. But what my point is, whose houses was burnt down in Compton? Whose houses was burnt down in Watts? Whose houses? This is what I'm saying. We looking at all the wrong things, bruh. It's like we're not even in tune with nature. I'm out here. I literally just came from LA. I just got off the LAX. See what I'm saying? But again, if you truly, and I'm telling people, if you ever read the Rex 84, it's in there. I had this document for 27 years, bruh. And I'm looking at everything taking place right now. If you pay attention to nature, bro, pay attention to nature. And y'all on YouTube, we on Clubhouse right now, just for the record. So I'm on my brother Dre. We're going to do some stuff on Clubhouse. So we on Clubhouse right now. We will have a segment on here. But when you sit back and really pay attention to nature, are y'all really prepared? And I don't really like to get into the conspiracy theorist stuff. I don't. That's not my MO. I don't get into that, the conspiracy stuff, bro. I really don't. I try to stay away from people who say, well, it's real. Okay. All right. Y'all can say it's real. But when you look at and study this Rex 84, I told everybody they need to get it. They need to read it. If you need it, you can email me at sabirbayradio@gmail.com. sabirbayradio@gmail.com. And again, when you prepared for all of these things, right? None of this stuff shocks you. It don't shock me, bro. I've I sat in cells. I lost my child. I've been shot up. So if you put me in a position or a place, I can make it work. Because the reality is, like, you can get a house back. You can't get your child back. You see what I'm saying? You get all the materialistic stuff back. The people who got comfortable, and there's nothing wrong with being comfortable, but we are too comfortable. And I said this, and I don't know if I said this to you when I was in the airport, that about another week or month from now, we'll forget about it. You see what I'm saying? So just imagine what the people are going through in Palestine. Just imagine not even eating. Y'all probably eat 5 times out of a day. I probably eat once or twice a day. Seriously. But I'm a vegan. But we're comfortable. And what happens in the United States, they make us comfortable. And this is why I said, if you read the Rex 84, the King Alfred's plan, bro, it's in there. All this stuff is in the book, and it's telling you it's from 1969, and it's happening. You're not going to fight. You're not even equipped to fight. You're not even in shape to fight. You won't even walk around the corner to your store, you know what I mean, your supermarket. You'll drive around there and drive to the gym. You see what I'm saying? So all these things play a part in what is happening. So we're not mentally, or some of us may not physically be right for that. You see what I'm saying? So it's a whole lot to this. It's a mind thing, bro. And as I sit back and I'm listening to this, I was listening to the Quran, and it was a surah. I think it was about the 3 or the 6 brothers that was in a cave. They were in a cave or something like that, and how they would hide to make salat. And then I was talking to his guy that's a Buddhist in the airport before I got here, and he's telling me about losing his wife and how he was married for a certain amount of time and how he was upset when he lost his wife. And I'm listening to this story, bro. I'm being real. I'm listening to the story, and all this plays a part, y'all, what's happening, because people coming to your life for a reason or a season. So as he's talking to me randomly, an older dude, he's telling me how upset he was about losing his wife. Because I was going to make a joke and say, man, the best thing to do is get over somebody, is get under somebody. I was going to say that to him, but he was a real Buddhist, man. I didn't want to do that. But it was funny. But he said he learned to live with it now. Like, this is what he was telling me. He said, if we just learn to love, this is what he was telling me. If we just learn to love one another, then we can fix these problems. And I don't know this dude. Like, I'm dead serious. He's talking to me. I'm in the airport. And he was asking me what I do and, you know, for a living and blah, blah, blah. And we talking about life, because all this stuff came up about the fires and people losing their homes. And now everybody care when a rich person loses a house. I believe it's only 2 people that got killed out here. Is it Rob? I think it's 2 people. He's out here too. My man Rob is out here too. But I believe it was like 2 people, right?
I heard a report of 5 earlier.
5, right? So now compare that to how many people died in Palestine daily. Just think about it. You worried about losing something materialistic. And this is what is happening. And when you read the Rex 84, again, it will tell you, keep them busy, 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 so they won't think back on the farm with the other animals. That's nature. So we're not even in tune with nature anymore, brother. We so consumed about, oh, I gotta work, I gotta make this, no. And when they can take it from you or strip it from you at any time.
What do you think about people that say, like you mentioned, that in the hoods they're not really experiencing that, or where people are not living, quote unquote, like the affluent life, the prestigious life? What do you say about people who say, well, you know, the air quality is shit.
Boy, the air quality out here is crazy, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck.
You don't even need no fires for that.
You don't even need no. You heard what he said? He live out here. You don't even.
Oh, so bad already. So with that in mind, even though we not, like, the fire is not hitting us, that means that we still are being affected by this stuff.
You are going to be affected, and this is the key, bro. What we do, we reactionary people. You follow me? We react when something happens. See, the wise man heads off the cold or the sickness before it happens. We wait for it to happen. Then who do we go to?
Just hit him with that one more time. That might have went up. That might have been.
That was a bar. It was a bar.
Wise man prepares before it happens. He heads it off before it happens. What it is, we wait for it to happen, and then we want reaction. I'm gonna tell you, my mind, brother, when I was in Bakersfield, I swear to God, this is my mindset. I'm with my daughter. Only thing I'm concerned about. I swear, this is me, Dre. And anybody who knows me know this is me. I was coming back, and I said, damn, I'm with my daughter. I'm like, damn, I wouldn't even give fuck. Excuse my language. I wouldn't even give a fuck if I got burnt up, long as she was good. This is what I was saying, right? So to save her. And I said the same thing when my son got shot the first time in Philly. I'm sitting on 22nd and Pine. And I said, if these dudes roll past my son, because my son didn't want to stay in a certain spot. And I said, if they started shooting at him, I would have jumped in front of him. Why? Because I had an experience of being shot. Not that I want to be shot again. I've been shot many times, but not that I want to be shot. But I want you to understand the love for my children, because materialistic stuff I can get later on. You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking at all these things, man, and I'm like, wait a minute. You don't feel nothing to those children that's getting killed overseas. You scared to even bring it up about people. Your tax dollars are bombing these people, and you don't want to fight that part. You know what I mean, nigga? Please, all of you cats who's paying taxes, right? Something that you can do, because you know why? You're afraid of going to jail, and that's the key. Malcolm X said, if you black, you're born in jail. So what the hell? Y'all forgot that part? So the key again is like, if you didn't kill somebody, you're coming home. We're comfortable, bruh. And my mind is there right now. It's like, I'm to a point, or maybe it's me getting older. I'm like, listen, whatever's going to happen. I never changed. I never changed the way I was. Anybody know me since I was a teenager? I was the same way. I would question you. I would do certain things. I would go beyond, you know what I mean? Talk about the people that y'all don't want me to talk about. You know what I mean? Like, it's me, because you don't control me.
That is true, though, what you're saying, though. I do notice that, like, people that have lived life, they get that resolve, like, you know, if it's going to happen,
it's going to happen, bro. Leave it up to Allah. That's how I look at it. Leave it up to Allah. And the more I'm digging into this thing, even with Islam, I'm like, yo, I'm really understanding Islam, bro. I don't fear nothing. I saw death many times, brother. When I got shot those 5 times, I saw death. I tried to grab the gun. The first time I got shot, I was dead. You follow me? The first time I got shot. But I seen things that most have never seen. So I understand the life and the death. I seen the death of my son. You follow me? So when you go through these things, these personal things, it's like, yo, not that you're better. It just makes you stronger. And this is why a lot of stuff I hear, I'll be like, I don't want to hear. I don't want to keep hearing the talking heads, bro. Because this is why when you asked me the question about that brother, or can I say his name? You asked me earlier.
No. Don't say too much.
Okay, but they said, well, why Sabir's not on that? Why you not on that? You asked me why wasn't I on it, right? They know why. You know why I'm not on it. You know why I'm not on none of their panels, bro. Because they wouldn't know how to take me. But you got to study a Gemini. You have to truly study the essence of a true Gemini, of how we are. But I seen things.
Let's put it out there. Why ain't Sabir Bey on a non-ether? What is it? I don't know what that thing is called, but
you talking about Brother Rich and them stuff. That's what he's talking about. Brother Rich. So
I looked at it and I saw the people who were on there, and I was like, yo, Sabir need to be on this jump. I don't understand this one. You know what I'm saying?
It's the reason why. You know, he said the non-ether with Brother Rich, because I'm going to question Billy Carson. I'm going to question a lot of people. And if you pay attention, shout out to my brother Yoel at the Underground Bookstore, no doubt. But the reason why you don't see me is the same reason why Brother Umar told Michael Collier when I was on Mike's show, don't bring Sabir Bey on. That's what Umar called. He called Michael Collier. He texted him first, and then he called him. I was supposed to be a panelist. But when I was to go on the show, Michael invited me on the show.
Y'all both my brothers, man.
No, and that's the point, brother. And I have nothing against this brother. This is the key. I would never come behind you, Dre, or anyone else and say, don't bring a person. I would want to hear from the individual. I would never say, don't do it. But y'all don't know. And you believe it's an attack on somebody when it's not an attack. It's just setting the record straight. You believe these people are freedom fighters, brother. Let me tell you something. I used to have this saying, if something was to happen to me, people say, well, Sabir, you think they following you? Who cares? If something happened to me, they know who did it. That was my saying. I'm going to repeat that again. If something was to happen to me, if somebody sees somebody's following me, they would know who did it. So what the hell I care about somebody following me for? So I'm not hiding anything. The ones that is hiding me is the conscious people. And that's the problem. I'm not trying to be on the...
What do you think that's about, though? Because the conscious, the conscious, I'm gonna say Quantious, like Quasar, the Quantious community.
What the hell is that? You just made that word up?
I just made that shit up right now.
I think that sounds like a real word. That sounds legitimate.
but they doing some illegitimate shit. You know what I'm saying? Why do they do weird stuff like that? Like, is it something that, like, I don't know. Like, I don't get it. Like, can anybody explain this?
They're not
like,
listen, brother. It's not like the days of John Henry Clark and Dr. Benz. Everybody want to be fake famous. They have a video, y'all should check it out. It's on YouTube. It's called Fake Famous. Okay, look it up online. It's called Fake Famous. They did it during the pandemic, and the crazy part was they did the European dude did an experiment, right? And he said, "Who really wants to be famous?" Right? And he said, "You can buy anybody. You can buy anything." He said, "You can buy friends." I said, and he showed that you could buy friends, right? Right now, people are buying blue checks that never even produced any goddamn thing, never even did nothing, right? But they're buying blue checks to do what? Influence people. And when you read Edward Bernays' book, Edward Bernays has a book called Propaganda. He has also another book called The Engineering of Consent. These two books, and I guarantee they never read them. I guarantee they never read those books. The Engineering of Consent by Edward Bernays and Propaganda by Edward Bernays. If you read Edward Bernays, he's the father of public relations. That's exactly who he is, right? And in matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can pull it out real fast. I be having my stuff right next to me, brother. So I have engineering. Dude, I have engineering. It's somewhere.
Hey, Saba, you made a good point when you said today is not like in the days of Dr. Ben with the blue checks and the fake famous, because elders like Dr. Ben and whatnot, I don't think it was about fame. I think it was about the knowledge, right?
It was about what they wanted to do is really, I was looking for my Edward Bernays book or Engineering Consent book, but it was really to help and fight for the people. Now everybody want to be fake famous. And this is why the conscious community is truly a joke today. It's really a joke. Nobody takes them serious. Nobody takes the conscious people serious today. And it's like, I sit back and I think about what they're fighting for, right? I look at all these things. I look at nature and I said, damn, look at nature. Have y'all ever sat back and studied nature? You can't hide truth. And this is what it is, Brother Dre. The truth is coming and they have to duck it at all costs, right? When you go outside and you look at, if you walk down the street and you see cement and then you see a tree pulling up through the cement, nigga, that's nature. I just told you about the trees blowing right in the fire. Why the trees didn't burn out here? You got the houses that was burnt right next to goddamn tall palm trees. And it's a story behind them trees too, y'all. It's a whole nother story behind them trees. But it's nature. It's nature. And we're not in tune with it anymore. Everybody wants to be fake famous. Everybody wants to be in the forefront. I don't want to be in the forefront. I don't want to be in none of those places. But when my name come up, they say, oh, shoot, Sabir is here. He's going to talk about somebody. No, I ain't talking about nobody. I'm just being me. But if you study what a Gemini is, you follow me? If you know what a real Gemini is, a Gemini. Can I play something for them real fast, Brother Dre, for y'all?
Hey, man. Hey, look, we waiting for you, bro. And I think Ed has some questions too. But yeah, for sure.
Gemini is a sign full of surprises, known for their quick wit, adaptability, and charm.
Yep.
They're the life of the party, always able to connect with anyone and bring fresh perspectives to the table.
That's true.
But behind their social skills lies a complexity that's often underestimated. Gemini can be incredibly unpredictable, changing their approach depending on the situation.
Let me explain this to you. I'm going to break this down so y'all can understand this. Very unpredictable. You know, the people that can be controlled is predictable. A predictable person could be controlled. You know why? You know what they're going to say. You know what they're going to do. You don't know what I'm going to say, because I said it yesterday, and this is the first time I saw this video. I can switch up a conversation and ask you a different way, but you would answer me. You follow me? You wouldn't even know. But
isn't your president? Your president?
My president? No, my G. Yeah, Donald Trump's a Gemini too. That nigga, he kind of crazy too.
Oh, that makes sense.
You make sense, right? So but this is the key. If you are in tune with it, most people This is the weird part about our people. We're not in tune with it. So, because you were taught to hate astrology. That's the devil, right? Don't they say that? Am I lying?
Facts.
They tell people don't deal with astrology, right? And I'm going to go back to this because I want you to hear me. When you're dealing with astrology, everybody deals with it first and foremost. Let's kill that noise. If you got a watch on your arm, you're dealing with astrology. What do you mean by that, Sabir? That's why I said I could take this conversation and flip it. When you finish hearing this conversation, you're going to say, damn, that's you. Watch. 12
Get more at SabirBayRadio@gmail.com. SabirBayRadio@gmail.com.
No doubt. Thank you, brother. But you have 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock. In between those 12, 3, 6, and 9, right, it's called deacons, which is a decade. Deacons in the church, or the Pope is called the cardinal. That's your cardinal points. If you didn't have the news, which is north, east, west, and south, right, you wouldn't know about, if you just saw that, right, just like the flood I opened up with, you would think it was the end of the world. But if you use common sense and logic, where did the bird get the stick from in the story? You follow me? Remember, the bird went out and found a stick and brought it back. None of this makes sense. It's all fairy tales and stories with them. So if you didn't have the news, which is north, east, west, and south, or fire, earth, air, water, or winter, summer, spring, and fall, you wouldn't understand this. That's all your science, which is called Moorish science, not Moorish religion. It's a Moorish science. So we were dealing with the science, and they studied the science of us, but we don't know that. The first pope, his name is Pope. First pope went to the Muslim school. Look him up. It was the first pope, a French pope, went to a Muslim university, the oldest university in the world. The oldest university in the world, a French pope went to a Muslim school. Why? To study. All you gotta do is go do your research on it, or get with me. I can explain it to you. I was in El Qarawiyyin. The oldest university is not Timbuktu, but your black conscious people keep telling you that it's Timbuktu, but it's not Timbuktu. It's called the University of Al Qarawiyyin. It's in Fez, Morocco. And there's one older than that called Zaytuna in Tunis. See, but they keep telling you it's Timbuktu. No, it's not Timbuktu. Go look it up.
Here, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. So
I just want to just make a couple points that you were saying before you keep flowing as you flow the way you do and get on a different subject. I just wanted to say
all the same subject, to tell you the truth.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like you said, how you were Gemini, you unpredictable. So I just wanted to hit some points. I'm 33 years young. I've been watching you for 8 years now. When I was living in LA is when I found you. And you were the first person I heard about all the Moore stuff from. And I've watched you ever since then. And for my experiences at 33, I was heavily involved with the Hebrew Israelite belief system. And I've since removed myself from that belief. And so along the line,
didn't climb some rungs, huh?
Along the lines of what you're saying about the astrology, from what my studies have shown, is that that's what the whole Jesus story is about, is the movement of the sun through the heavens. And Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John being the 4 different seasons. But that's not.
It's there.
Right. So that's not the point of what I'm saying. But they gave us a religion. And that's why we don't know astrology, because our pastor tell us to know about you being a Gemini. And I'm a Libra. So I understand you.
Oh, my gosh.
I understand you completely as an air sign, because I'm all about justice. So when I talk about the forest fires, that's all I can see is justice. And
that's what it is, brother. It's justice, right?
Yeah,
so
justice, yeah.
It's justice, right? So let me explain this to you, brother. I'm from Philadelphia, but I live out here in LA. Do you know, and I'm going to go back to the Gemini part again. I used to have arguments with pastors like this, I swear. 24th and Carpenter. This dude used to have a church. I used to argue with this dude. I said, give me your watch if you don't deal with astrology. Anybody who walks through Philadelphia, in Philadelphia, you can look this up online. There is a sundial in Philadelphia. And Dre, you probably walked past it and never paid it no mind, right? It's in Rittenhouse Square. It's a square, people. Rittenhouse Square. We used to tell time by the sun. That's how we used to tell time by the sun. Before they built those big buildings there, you would go there and see what time it was. Okay, that's the sun is setting right there. That was astrology. Go back and watch Django. Remember the scene when he told him they let him go? He said, y'all astrologers, go deal with it. Remember that part? But you ain't listened, right? So when Mumia Abu Jamal and anybody ever went to court, I want y'all to follow me for a second to understand how this works. Once you, and this is the real art of war. Once you know yourself, you know your enemy. I know these black conscious people, bro. I know them. That's why they don't want me in the room. I'm going to ask certain questions that y'all don't ask.
And that's what I want to say too, while you're on that subject real quick, just as a 33-year young man that been watching you for a long time. It's like I was in the comment section when you was on Rich channel or whatever, and I sensed the way that they was trying to dog you in the comments. I'm in the comments and I was like, one thing about Sabir Bey that can't nobody say is that this brother didn't ever scam nobody for no money, that he didn't ever sleep with nobody's wife. But then y'all get Billy Carson on here and everybody's riding his coattail like he's the savior of our community.
Not, brother.
And don't even have no wife that's from our nation of people. And so with that being said, it's just like, it's really crazy because, like I said, that may be unsubscribed because there's a lot of stuff that Rich was doing that was sideways that I was peeping anyway. Because to me, he really just exploiting the whole conscious community thing.
That's all they're doing, brother.
Yeah, because his videos start with commercials.
There you go. And this is what I want people to understand. This is a very, very hard road, bro. And Dre knew me for a long time too. I've never stopped. Even when he brought Leonard Jeffries to Philadelphia, I went there. I ain't have to go there, but I went. Why? Because I had Leonard Jeffries out here. He's an elder. This is the type of person I am. This is what rubs them. And I'm going to go back to this piece because I want y'all to hear me, because this is the Gemini, a real Gemini. This is why they couldn't understand Prince. I used to talk to Eddie Griffin and like certain people about Prince, and they would talk about how deep Prince was. Prince got songs out telling y'all about this stuff, B. But when you when you truly in tune with nature, it's like I heard Karis once say it too. It's like you can't talk to nobody because they're not on your level. They're not on your level. They have not reached that peak. You follow me? I've seen stuff, brother, that will blow some of y'all minds. Like, nigga, like for real, like, and you still standing? Nigga, I'm from South Philadelphia. I'm from the era when we used to hustle, bro. Like for real, JBM, I mean, all that shit. You know what I mean? So to go through these things and then come out from under it and then see it over here in the conscious community, it's like, whoa. When they were judging Mumia, I told people I got into radio because of Mumia Abu Jamal. Most of y'all don't even know who this man is. Y'all don't know who this man is. You should know who this man is. He's the baddest commentator, period, in jail, period. He does prison radio. He went to jail, and I'm looking at how they judged him, Mumia. When you go to City Hall, he was in City Hall. If anybody from Philadelphia on this clubhouse, walk through City Hall and tell me what you feel. There's a Zodiac in the middle of City Hall. Taj and I did a video down there in the code. There's a Zodiac in the middle of City Hall. Am I lying, Dre? Now, there's 4 ways to go into City Hall: the north, the south, the east, the west. Right? In the middle, remember, Philadelphia is the birthplace of America, right? That's why they have Coming to America there. So they judge Mumia. They ask you your date of birth. That's how they judge you, bro. What's your date of birth? I'm going to judge you directly on that. But you think you think they're dealing with law. These people have studied us, bro. They studied us. And this is why I said we're very comfortable here. We're comfortable. But let me go back to the Gemini piece. Just bear with me.
Hey, Saba, did you ever get that watch?
The watch? No, he didn't give it to me. It was a nice watch, but I didn't get the watch. After I explained it to him, he made up another story. So y'all come on the feed. Let's go.
I think you know them, but there's a trait about them that most people overlook. Number 2 is something that will definitely surprise you, and once you hear it, you'll understand why Gemini is the most envied sign. Before we begin, share your zodiac sign and birth date. I'll be reading your comments. Let's get started. Number 21. Gemini knows how to dispel anyone's strongest convictions. Gemini has a rare gift when it comes to engaging with others and challenging their beliefs. With their sharp intellect and persuasive communication skills, they can make anyone question their most deeply held convictions. This isn't because they aim to confuse or argue for the sake of it, it's because they genuinely have a knack for presenting different perspectives and alternative views that others may not have considered. Whether it's in a casual conversation or a more
Great. The new GoDaddy Arrow has AI marketing tools to help
formal debate, Geminis have the power to turn people's thinking upside down. This ability makes them incredibly enviable. People can't help but admire how effortlessly they can sway opinions, often without even trying. Gemini's charisma and eloquence make them the center of attention in discussions, and their knack for convincing others only adds to their mystique. Others envy this skill because it shows not only intelligence but also an ability to influence and captivate others, a trait that sets them apart from the rest. Number 20. Predicting a Gemini's behavior is impossible due to their dual nature. Gemini is famously known for their dual nature, which makes predicting their actions and behavior nearly impossible. 1 minute, they're energetic, witty, and social, and the next, they might retreat into deep thought or switch to a more serious, reflective side. This unpredictability is both fascinating and frustrating for those around them. People envy this ability because it gives Gemini an air of mystery and intrigue, something everyone else wishes they could pull off. Their constantly shifting moods and interests mean that no one ever quite knows what to expect from them, which keeps relationships and encounters exciting and full of surprises.
Do you understand everything? I don't know who did this motherfucker, but that is the.
It sounds like something you wrote and then put it through the AI.
Oh, you follow me? Ain't that crazy? And I had nothing to do with that. But it's me. That's the crazy part. I'm sitting here like, so you want to know why you don't see me in that rooms? That's why. Because whatever you say, I'm going to dissect it, break it down, bring it back, and make it make sense. That's why they get mad.
See, when I ask the question, is really a rhetorical question because I know these things, but the thing about it is, it's like, yo, come on, isn't that what we really want? Isn't that what the whole program is about? The program is about getting people to be, to use their mind, to think, to kind of press things to the next level. So I don't really understand, like, you got somebody is about that. That's what they do. And well, let's keep him out of the conversation. I don't get that one. So that's kind of different for me.
But that's the so-called conscious community. Somebody's worrying about a sister named Sonia. Sonia hits me up all the time. So stop asking me about Sister Sonia. The crazy part is, there's a saying is that people in power would never teach the powerless how to take power from them. To do that, that will be insane. I'm gonna repeat that again. People in power would never teach the powerless how to take power from them. To do that, that will be insane. This is what's happening. So all of the stuff that I see in the conscious community, and then people say, well, you're talking about people. Why don't you go get the person you think that I'm talking about? You follow me? And then we can have that conversation. Because you can't stop me. What you gonna do? Nigga, if you come at me, I know what I'm gonna do to you. All you gonna do is go tell what? The white man, right? You're gonna go to the white man's court and tell. You follow me? So this is the reality. Go ahead.
So I got brother DBA, you know what I'm saying? He had came in, he wanted to hear something on the Rex 84 piece. You know what I'm saying? DBA, you got any questions for Sabir? Let us know, bro.
Shout out to my brother Ephraim too, man.
Hey, peace, brother Sabir.
Peace. How you doing?
I saw it in the title, the Rex 84. So I just wanted to hear more about what you wanted to talk about that, and if it's somehow you tying into what's going on today.
This is the thing. I didn't really want to talk about the Rex 84 like that because I was just getting off the plane. I don't know if you heard what I said. I just getting off a plane. I did a turnaround, but I was kind of tired. But the conversation happened with Brother Dre and I was like, everything that is happening right now. If you read the Rex, have you ever read the Rex 84?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me about it. Tell me something about it if you read it. So tell me about it.
Well, I wanted to talk more about, how they was talking about, they listed the 10 black organizations. Remember, this is like 1968. So
69. 69.
Okay, I don't have the documents in front of me right now, but I thought it was 1968. I apologize.
That's okay.
So yeah, they had the 10 groups that would be considered they need to be neutralized immediately if there was insurrections going on in different states in the country. And what they said when they did their report, they said that the Black community, any kind of rebellion wouldn't last longer than 8 hours because we lacked the logistic like reinforcements and stuff like that to maintain any kind of really hold on a city. Do you remember reading that?
Yes, but this is the thing, and you're saying Black, right? This is the king, right? And like again, you heard what he said about the Gemini, right? I look at things totally different. Who, and it said Latinos too, people, for the record. If y'all don't have it, y'all should get it. So don't just say Black people, because first of all, there is no such thing as Black people. Let's kill that noise. It don't exist.
I'm saying what they said.
I know, I got you. I got you. But I'm talking to people on YouTube and Facebook too. So talk to different people. That's that Gemini trait. Hear what he said? That's the Gemini trait. So what happened? Who are the allies for any, let's say, Black people? Who would be the allies? Other Black people? I use this and I tell people, watch certain movies, brother. Watch The Purge, The Last Purge. Just pay attention to it. They don't make movies just to make movies, brother. They don't make movies just to make movies. They making movies to prepare you, but you're busy. So when you read the Rex 84, the last thing it says is keep them busy with no time to think back on the farm with other animals, right? So you're busy, distracted by what? I don't care about Puffy. I don't care about what's going on with Suge Knight. I don't, it's irrelevant. You follow me? So those are irrelevant subjects to me. So I'm not concerned about it. I'm mentally prepared for whatever happens. I have allies. You think when I travel, I meet everybody and ask them where they from. You think I just be asking them just to be asking them? No, I'm asking them. So just in case they be like, yo, I was in Tunisia. Most people, how many of y'all went to Tunis in North Africa? I go there, they open up their doors. Say, yo, what you need, brother? Come on. You ain't got to get rid of the Airbnb. Come stay with me. This is what we're talking about. What allies do we have? I have Mexican brothers out here. If I needed to escape, and that's why I said pay attention to The Purge, the last one, when the dude was disrespecting a Mexican, but the Mexican one is the one that got him across the border. He was disrespecting the Mexican. So we say it's for our people. Who's our people? Because our people, like Dre just said, is selling us the hell out, bro. Look what's going on with the conscious people. And he just brought up about Brother Rich and them. They don't want this. You know what I mean? So who are the allies of so-called Black people? We don't have them. We don't have them. And this is the problem. And this is why people walk away from a lot of stuff with Black people, brother. They don't want to deal with it because they're hypocrites and you're not mentally or physically prepared. You're not mentally or physically. Matter of fact, I'm listening to DMX and I'm using these things as an example, people. DMX in his song, that nigga was a gang. He was real, bro. And you know, I knew DMX. He talked about his child, right? And how he said, I'm going to put you out there. The rites of passage, right? Like he said, I'm going to put you out there. He said, I'm not doing this to hurt you, but I want you to understand the world. This is what DMX said about his child. I'm going to put you out there so you can understand. I don't want my child to go here, but oh no, no, brother. No, we have to do these things. We have to make them men. And what we are producing is little boys and little feminine girls. That's what we're producing. We don't talk to people, other people. When I'm going places, I'm meeting people from every place. When I was in Turkey, I met people from different countries. When I just came back from Portugal, I met people from Guinea-Bissau, you name it, Saudi Arabia. I'm meeting these people in all of these particular places, and I'm asking where they from, and they trying to figure out where I'm from. Why? Because I'm making allies with these people. Yo, follow me on this. Yo, give me your phone number. You see what I'm saying? It ain't about the color, bruh. They understand that it's bigger than the color. You looking at a color. It's not about the color. So when you get into that Rex 84, it's telling you we cannot have them come together. Right now, the split is this whole thing with hip hop. Look at what's going on and how we following behind that. Oh, the Latinos didn't get in with the Black people. Dude, so what? Hip hop has no color, bruh. Hip hop is hip hop. It has no color. It's a culture. And everybody's in that culture, rather you created it or not. Everyone's in the culture. I'm from Philadelphia, but I live in California. The cultures of California and Philadelphia is too different. People speak different out here in California. They move slower than we. When I first moved out here to California, I said they 10 years behind us. I swear to God. They 10 years behind us because we move in a different pace, how we are. So that's culturally different, but the same people. That's what it is. We're culturally the same. I mean, culturally the same, but different people. That's all this really is. So who's coming to the aid? They tell you, oh, the Mexicans don't like you. I haven't met a Mexican yet that I didn't rock with him. When I first moved out here to did radio, a Mexican gave me $500 like 2 or 3 times just to start a radio show. Ain't no black person say, yo, I got $500 for you. He didn't even know me. So we get caught up in this hype instead of saying, how can I make allies with these people in case something truly went down? Because you ain't got the arms, bruh. Believe me, you'll turn them on each other, but you ain't got the arms or the know-how and to dig ditches like these people. And this is why I say go back to the Mexicans again. I ain't seen not one Mexican out here complaining about their house burning down. None. They build them, but I ain't see one talk about, oh, my house burned down. You see what I'm saying? So again, who are we making allies with? But if you get into that Rex 84, to tell you, I'm on a page right now, brother. If you have it, I'm on a page and I'm just going to read this to you. And I want you to pay attention what he was talking about, the habits. Remember, I told you being predictable, right? Black folks are very predictable. This is on page 40. If you have it, it's on page 43. If anybody have my YouTube channel, Sabir Bey YouTube channel, you can actually go over there and you'll see it. It's all about their habits and their patterns and their programming, activities, sports, hobbies. You know a sports grid, come on, y'all gonna sit right in front of the TV because the sports is on. They're taking your time. They're gonna see what? See legal fear and use anger. These two things. Fear is only false evidence appearing real. That's all fear is. They're gonna use anger, and when you put a D onto anger, you become dangerous, and a dangerous person cannot think. I'm gonna repeat that again. When you put a D onto anger, it becomes danger, and you become dangerous, and you can't think. So this is what they're using on you. So you could say we read the book, but are you applying what's happening? Crime records. I'm not a criminal, brother. I don't have a past. People say my records. I have a record. I don't have a record. Why you keep saying you got a record? You already did your time. See what I'm saying? It's stuff like that that we need to know, that we can change. So if you go get a job, oh, you got a record. No, I don't. I'm not a singer. I'm not a rapper. I don't have a record. Nor if that's the case, then it's over. I did my time. You follow me? This is what we need to know. These things. So when they come at us, we know how to come at them. Hospital records, psychiatric records, fear, anger, all these things is in here in the Rex 84. If you just sat back and read it, you see it. The consumptions of alcohol. That's most of our people, right? I know what you like. Why do you think they always have alcohol in all these conversations with our people? Let's talk about Shannon Sharp. You notice that? Let's talk about the Drink Champs. Why is it called the Drink Champs? Think about it. The consumption of alcohol. How about having like a law book sitting somewhere in a conversation? No, we're going to back the consumption of alcohol. We're going to back the consumption of drugs. We're going to do the entertainment part, the religious factors, all these things constantly. And this is what they're doing to us every day. We've bombarded with this right here. This is the Rex 84. So if you read it, you would apply it or read it again and then apply it to your life. That's it. I see it. This is why I said nothing's shocking me because I've been it. I'm living it every single day. I see it. So when I'm saying it, I'm seeing it. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna address this issue. They said, no, let's keep Sabir Bey away from this. He might bring this up.
Yes. Hey, Saba, when you say that book came out, the Rex 84?
1969.
We in 2024 and it's still in effect today. That's pretty scary, man.
Once you understand people, I told you, people are predictable, especially our people. We're very, very predictable. Let something great come up, right? Or sports or whatever. We're going to forget about everything else and go directly over here. So they study this stuff. The FBI or the feds never sleep. I don't know if you know this or not. They do stuff around the clock. While y'all partying, they working. While you having sex, they working. This is what they do. So you have no time. You have no time to think about these things until something like this happens out here. You see what I'm saying? You got very comfortable. And this is what is happening with especially with our people. And I keep saying with our people, especially with our people, we're very comfortable. And we chase after things that's irrelevant. We chase after these things, and we look at people who buy blue checks to influence us. So I'm gonna go a little further in this Rex 84. I don't know about the unum sanctum. Y'all stop with the unum sanctum stuff. Y'all, that's the thing again. They're listening to people who's unum sanctum, brother. Now I'll be wrong, brother Dre. Somebody's punched it in unum sanctum. So this is another one called the personal paper trails. I can tell you, brother, I don't leave paper trails. The only thing I leave is paper trails when I go overseas. My stuff says on the paper says American Moor on my documents all overseas. My stuff, my children are put down as Asiatics as their race at birth. What do you mean, Sabir? My children are Asiatics. If you want to deal with race, I showed that document before. These are things that we can deal with. These are things that we can deal with. So if we are the Asiatic black man and Noble Drew Ali called us Asiatic, then my children are Asiatics then. So now what I'm doing is setting my children up for that, what you would say that hate bill, Dre. They have this thing called a hate bill, right? For Asians, right? Okay, right? So when you read my children's birth records, my children are going to be put down as Asiatics. So now I just protected my children under the Asiatics rights. That's how simple. And I showed these documents before. I showed am I lying, Ephraim? Ephraim seen it. I showed it before. I showed the records of my children being born and they put under Asiatics. And I showed you when I travel overseas, my stuff says American Moor. When I'm traveling through countries, this is what it is. That's a paper trail. So now that particular paper trail, they're going to look at it and say, oh, he's not one of them. He's not one of them. Oh, go get the black person over here.
We got a couple other people on the stage. My brother Rama's in the building, Famo. You know what I'm saying? We talking with my good brother Sabir Bey. He out on the West Coast. He's, boots on the ground, letting us know what it is and what it's not as it relates to this fire, these fires and stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Not just the fire, but it's a whole lot of stuff that's going on. But I said, like I said, it's a lot that is happening, bro. And we got to be mindful to this, brother. I literally just came back from Portugal. I've seen some stuff that y'all would probably never see in your life. I'm not lying. And all that stuff is started with slavery, the Moors, right over there in Portugal.
I saw some visuals of how it look out there in Cali, and it's like reminiscent of what they showing us in Gaza.
Yeah, ain't that crazy? Thank you. You follow me? You follow? So I'm at a rally. Literally, I was in a rally in Morocco, bro. That was blowing my freaking mind for Palestine. I said, and I'm in the mix. Me and my brother Percy and we in the mix of a rally in Morocco about that. I mean, like, this is crazy. And I'm like, yo, you would never see that in the States. They would never air that and tell y'all what was going on over there. It's a lot of stuff that be happening, bro. It's a lot of stuff that is happening, and you got these cats sitting on social media arguing with each other. Yeah, brother, I'm gonna tell you, but here it is, brother, because I heard certain say this, but they don't want certain people in the room. So before you bring the next person on, brother, I'm gonna read again the Rex 84. There's another part to this. The Rex 84. Keep the public ignorant. That's to do. Access control points. Create preoccupation. Right? Attack the family union. To get less public organization. Require reactions to outputs for feedback. Nigga, y'all don't get this yet? Control the education of the young. What are you being taught in school? That you was a slave? My history didn't start in slavery. So this is all part of the King Alfred's plan. So it's already laid out. One thing that Europeans do that y'all keep calling white, they plan 10 to 20 years ahead of time. Way ahead. Who do you want in the forefront? Let's put him up here because he's the one that's going to do it. Let's go. The mouthpiece. So we're going to promote him to everybody so you can follow him. That's all they're doing. And this is why you don't see real people in these rooms, these cats, brother. They're not going to have me in these rooms because you can't buy me and I'm not nobody hoe. That's the key. You can't. It's not going to happen. So these things, this Rex 84 is insane. And everything that is happening out here right now in Cali, I said, dude, I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. There's a word. Shoot, I'm trying to think of the word.
But it's interesting because I'm a builder. It's just very interesting how what I saw was like the physical homes. It wasn't even like a whole block. It it was 2 houses, then they skip a house, and then across the street, none of those houses was damaged. Then it was like a car blown up. I'm like, what the hell? This shit looked super crazy to somebody's eyes.
Yeah.
And you can't even place, logically. I'm like, no, there's no way in the world those houses not even built with all wood. It's like no way in the world fire could just destroy a home that neatly and skip over all the other houses.
Go ahead, Dre.
I think it's good for people who's out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, boots on the ground on the West Coast, because, like, for instance, in Chester, PA, there was a film that they were filming, like, I think it was like last year or the year before last. It hasn't came out yet, but I saw like the stage and the props of what like a disaster looks like. So they had the same stuff that you see online with like the cars and stuff blown up. Like on a regular street, that's how it looked. It's a movie that's gonna be coming out, and I'm telling y'all about it right now because I know that they was filming it in Chester.
Really?
It's with Jennifer Hudson, and Common is in this movie. You know what I'm saying? They were in Chester filming this movie. The whole movie is filmed in Chester. You know what I'm saying? It's a place in Chester we call it Overtown. You know what I'm saying? But the same stuff that you see like right now in these videos, that's how it looked. Like they made this little area, the CBD, the Central Business District in Chester, that's called Overtown. They made that whole area look like it was like you see, like explosions, cars. Like, I mean, the shit looked like real. Like if you just went through there, you're like, damn, what happened over here? So I don't believe none of that shit that I see online. That's why it's good, like you said, to have people in different places, network, and keep that communication going. That's the reason why, like you on StreamYard right now, we open up the platform on Clubhouse so we can get the information on real time and don't have to rely on stuff that we see on, this quote unquote fake news.
But that's what real journalism is about, brother. And that's what journalism about. They pay people. Like I tell people this all the time. They pay people, right? They pay people, like they will interview somebody, right? I've been in radio for a long time, right? They would pay certain people to do certain things, right? I'm looking for something at the same time, so bear with me. It was a word I wanted to find for y'all. I might have to give it to you tomorrow. But there's a word I wanted to pull up. I sent it to my brother, but I don't know where it's at.
And they showed, I seen the episode of the History channel of how they manufactured the Afghanistan, well, not just Afghanistan, but in general, how they get the general public that's in the military's family to believe that they actually went over there and was in the infantry, when most of the soldiers are harmed by the food that they've been eating, because most of them get stationed in another nation. Like they'll get sent to Germany, but they'll tell their family, I'm over here fighting, but they stationed in Germany and they just been living there.
But again, this is the key, brother. When you sign these contracts, right? When you sign the contracts, you're out. You can't say nothing. These are the things that we can change. Understanding the contracts, understanding the elements of contracts. Everybody, listen to me, fam. Everybody on these feeds. Hold on one second. Are you still there, my brother? Dre, we still there?
Very good.
No, I'm talking about my brother. I don't know what just happened.
Yeah.
You're on this side.
Okay, good, man. I just want to make sure. So everything that we do, right, is a contract. And this is what people don't understand. Let me give you an example. I have about probably 5 contract law books here, right? Now, if it was another day, I would actually show y'all, but not right now because I'm kind of tired. I am hungry. But everything is a contract, right? I'm gonna give you an example of how this works. Let's say you went to a barbershop, right? Out here in California. I don't know if y'all know how much haircuts is out here, but they be charging like $400 or $500. I don't even know what the hell they be cutting for $400 or $500 though. I'm gonna be real. But anyway, up to $1,000. And dudes will pay it. You know why? Because they predictable and they want to keep up with the fakeness, right? So you can go into a barbershop, and I'm gonna show you the culture part. Let's say you moved out here to California. Well, you was visiting California and you saw a barbershop and you went into the barbershop. You didn't even ask how much it was, right? How much the haircut was, right? And you sat down. No, it's not just offer, accepting consideration. That's the problem with most people. It's not just offer, accepting consideration. I'm going to explain this to you. You can go into a barbershop and sit down. and the dude can like start to cut your hair. And then by the time you get up out that chair, the dude gonna say, well, the haircut is $500. What do? You're not gonna pay him? He can sue you. Because these things are called contract, express, implied. You got different forms of contracts. So now I'm going to go there and I'm going to sit down. You don't even know, it don't have to be written. It's my actions. I went in, I did it. That was the contract. You see how these things work? Is that simple? So y'all are doing, this is a contract that y'all doing right now. Y'all on the feed with me. It's a contract. What do you mean, Sabir? I didn't sign nothing. It is a contract.
SabirBayRadio@gmail.com. SabirBayRadio@gmail.com.
Yeah, right? I thank you, brother. So, I mean, some of y'all on Clubhouse don't know what that is. That's my man. So he be telling y'all to go to my website, SabirBay.com, or my Zelle or my PayPal, SabirBayRadio@gmail.com. But all of these things are contracts. And we enter these contracts every day of our life. And I tell people this all the time. The one thing that we don't secure in these contracts is our signatures. What do you mean by that, Sabir? We lock our houses, we lock our cars, we lock our goods, right? But the one thing that you don't lock is your signature. And they can use that signature. This is how crazy things is. Wasn't that very simple? It wasn't complicated. But you would never get that from a politician, nor would you get it from an attorney. This is why they have the upper hand on what's going on, because they know that you don't know. And you're very predictable, and you're very anxious for certain things. If I'm wrong, I told you, you can bring a slew of attorneys in a room with me, 20, 30 of them, and we can have this dialogue. And if I expose that and tell them where they can go find it at, they would say, no, I don't want to sit in a room with him, because I'm going to tell you where it's at. So these things are contracts, all of it. So you have to know the basics, things that you can change. These are the things that you can change right now. And that's the real fight. The fight is changing it now. Like, what can I do in my daily life that I can change? I don't sign nothing. If you see a passport with me, if I show you, Dre, I'm going to take a picture and send it to you. You don't even see me signing a passport. I don't sign it. Why would I? That's insane. You can take my signature and move it from one document to another one. That's insane. I'm not going to do that. So I move a certain way. And I use myself as an example. Not because I'm better. It's just that I know better. And they say, well, if you know better, then what? You do better. So I know better. So now I'm going to move this way. And then you're going to have to prove me wrong. Not me prove you. You got to prove what I'm saying is wrong. And we don't want that. And that's why I said that we are very comfortable now. And we don't want to rattle. I want that money. I got to get it. I got to get that money. I got to get that student loan. They never loaned you no money. They loaned you credit. And the banks can't loan credit. It can only loan its money. That's the banking laws, big. Y'all didn't know that? These are the things that you can change. But they never loaned you no money. They loaned you the credit. They created it out of thin air, and you didn't study it or read it. And this is what has happened to us on the regular. So you cannot get mad if an insurance company, like out here in California, the 31st, the insurance company dropped a lot of people on the insurance because it's a gamble. It's a gamble. Did you know about that, Dre? Did y'all know about on the East Coast today on 31st of December, they dropped fire insurance? Y'all know about that? Yeah, they dropped it, right? So these are the things that people are not interested in. So if you are, let's say, a Muslim or a Christian, you're gambling every day.
Yeah, I had I had a Geico when I had my truck, and they, enlightened me about the contract, and I had to read part where it say, yo, if you don't give us your now I got the insurance before I even showed them the ID. This is during the pandemic. So in the contract, I'm like, all right, send it to me. So they sent me it, and it did had a little clause in there where it said, if you don't show us your physical driver's license, we will cancel the policy. You follow? I'm like, damn, what made them in that? That had me in my mind, like, what made them put that in there like that?
And this is why I said the fine prints of all these things, people. And I'm saying these things is that these are things that you can change. This is what you can do. You know what I mean? But you're too afraid, and they know that you're afraid. Why? Because they have what? They have an army behind them. You see what I'm saying?
Or underwriters, those tricky little underwriters.
Well, them too, but I'm saying they have the military. When I say the army, I mean the police. You follow me?
Yeah.
I've never been afraid of a police officer, brother. Not a day in my life, nor did I ever call one. I never called the police.
That's crazy that you just mentioned that though, because my people is in the hospital and they canceled the insurance because some documents weren't signed.
Yes.
But what they did was, before they canceled the insurance, they added some additional coverage to the vehicle, and then they basically burnt up all of the money.
That because it's not going to that. It's going to the premium. I think it's the premium. It's not going to them, brother. Listen, I tell people this. Why? Let's use logic and common sense for a second. Why, when you get car insurance or they threaten you get car insurance, right, and you never be in an accident and they never took that money and reversed the money to next year? Nigga, why do you just bring that up? Why they didn't take the money that you never been in an accident, right? Why didn't they take that money that you didn't have an accident with and then flip it to next year? Why do you keep paying it? Let me tell you something. Let me quote Frantz Fanon. If y'all don't know who Frantz Fanon is, y'all should read his book. Frantz Fanon said that the oppressor will oppress the oppressed until the oppressed eventually oppresses themselves. I'm gonna say this again. Frantz Fanon, not Sabir Bey. Y'all should look up Frantz Fanon. Frantz Fanon said that the oppressor will oppress the oppressed until the oppressed eventually oppresses themselves. Y'all don't get it? So they don't have to do anything anymore. You're doing it to yourself. All I'm going to do is put it out there. So they're gambling that you won't be in an accident. You're gambling that you will be in an accident. I said, nigga, they got some game, boy. That's called game, G. But when you fight against it and you bring it up, you're the bad guy. You're the bad guy because you figured it out. And that's what a judge told me in Philadelphia in room 600. His name was Judge Rose. He said, for you to come and untangle all of this madness, he used to see me in Jenkins. He used to see me in City Hall Law Library, room 600. He would come in and he's dead now. He was like 80, 90 years old back then. He said, for you to come in and untangle all of this, you are a genius to untangle all this madness. And he will always see me inside the law library, from Jenkins Law Library to City Hall Law Library. And he would see me with stacks of books, and I would grab Corpus Juris Secundum, American Jurisprudence, the words and phrases, the Uniform Commercial Codes, and I would have them sitting there. And I would go through these books, and I would say, damn, there's something in here. And something would guide me into those books and just pull out certain pages in there. And I would sit there. This is when you had to run the copies off. You know what I mean? I had a flip phone, So you had to go to the machine and spend 10 cents or 25 cents per copy. And sometimes I liberated a lot of them too.
It was a good film I just seen the other day. They're talking about the ins and outs of how the corporate structure works for the cities.
Yeah.
It's called a movie called City Hall. You heard of it?
Yeah, but this is the thing. And I'm saying this to you, Dre, too, because your people, I don't know who from Philadelphia that's on your feed. I'm gonna help you out. Hold on 1 second.
We'll get that book.
So there is in every city except DC, because some of them called Dillon's Rule, Dillon's. But every city has this book called the Home Rule Charter.
Yeah, the Home Rule Charter. I read through it. The
Home Rule Charter will tell you the mayor's job. Like the mayor out here went over Ghana. I don't know why she went there, but they told her to stay her ass over in Ghana. I don't know if y'all heard about that, but she's in Ghana. I think she's back now. But they was on the news telling her to stay the hell over in Ghana. Why did she leave during that time frame? But this is how you put power back into the people. So there's a book called the Home Rule Charter. It'll tell you the mayor's job, the police job, the city worker's job. That's what it is, the Home Rule Charter. Every city has it. I'm not a politician. Don't choose to be a politician. You gotta have dirt on somebody to be a politician. But
what's the name of it again?
Home, like HOME, RU Rule, 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 like Home Rule Charter.
Okay.
You can go online now. I mean, at one time used to get. I'm gonna tell you where at the time where I bought it
right now.
If you see it, right? Okay.
Yep.
Every city has that. I used to, when I was in Philly, I used to have to go to the municipal building, right, on 15th Street. That's where they used to have it at. It used to be in the municipal building, right across the street from City Hall. I remember going and getting mine. I bought it. I forgot how much it was. But now with technology, you can go online and find this stuff. You know what I mean? And when you read it, trust me when I tell you, it will tell you how to get these people, bruh. It's right there. The mayor is only the CEO of a city. It's a business, a corporation. Like this book here, The Gangs of America. Once you understand this, bro, it's real. So I study all these things, and I just sit back and I just listen, and I laugh because I can pull it out and show you exactly what's going on. So the Home Rule Charter is the duty of the police, how you sue them. People be trying to sue the police department. You can't sue a police department. You got to sue the damn city. I keep trying to tell people. You can't sue the police department. You got to sue the city. That's how it works. So the mayor here, she was in Ghana. I don't know why, because she was in Ghana, I guess. And they told her to stay the hell in Ghana. That's what they told her. I said, damn, they ill, boy. That's ill. Stay over in Ghana. And now some people, hey, why are they telling her to stay there? Why are you going to Ghana? Why do people run to Ghana? Why? Why do people?
Hey, tell them what you were telling me earlier about
the clothes.
The people who weren't white.
Oh, I play it for them. I found it.
Okay.
I play it for them. This is the wildest thing ever. Listen to this. I ain't seen not one white person over there. Look, but this is, again, remember I told you being predictable, right? Black folks are predictable. They emotional, right? This is what's happening. Fred Hampton talked about emotional people. Go listen to Fred Hampton when he was sitting down talking about Chairman Fred Hampton, the father. So listen to this for a second. I could not believe this. Listen to this.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Over 300 white,
Three
white gained citizens.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Thank you. What is the reason why white people are coming for the Ghanaian citizenship? I don't know. This is what I don't know. And I was shocked to see huge number of whites, and Ghana gave it to them. Guys.
But look at the president of Ghana. What he got on? Do he have a dashiki on, or do he have a suit and a tie on? What the hell did he got on? Why does wearing a dashiki make you African? So she got a dashiki. I'm trying to figure out what country she's from, but not one of those dudes that I just saw was white. It actually, and I'm gonna say the white thing because it ain't nothing new that white people was in Ghana. That ain't nothing new. That's nothing new, right? So they said white people got citizenship in Ghana, but those people that I just saw was not white. Let me tell you what to me, of traveling. They look like they was from Algiers. They look like they was from Morocco. All those places. That's what they look like they was from. I ain't seen not one blonde hair, blue-eyed motherfucker walk through that joint yet. That whole video.
I got my man Rama on the stage. What you think about what Sabera said on that?
Which part, man?
The part about white people in Ghana.
About them being present or not being present?
No, I said about the video I just played about white. The girl said it was 300 white men gained citizenship to Ghana, but the people that they were showing was not white. I just gave you who they are. You can tell where a person's from just by looking at them. There was not one blonde-haired, blue-eyed person that walked through that whole Ghanaian citizenship.
So they had a protected status.
Okay, let me explain to you how this works. I told you before, when I go to certain places, they don't even. I was in Turkey. They thought I was from China. I swear to God, they never know. Every country that I went to, they never thought I was from the United States unless I opened my mouth. Never. It's not until I opened my mouth they knew where I was from. I was in Tunis, Morocco, Portugal, you name it. Spain, I'm always over there. Turkey, you name it. I was over there. France, I was there. They don't know where you're from until you open your mouth. So I can look at a person and tell, because first and foremost, there is no such thing as black people. Nobody was called black until late 1600s. So that's something new. That's modern. It's actually an Anglo-Saxon word. It's an Anglo-Saxon word. The term white was not invented until 1600s. Facts. Do your research on it. So the emotional part, like everybody's running around and then they wearing dashikis. I'm like, why everybody got to put a dashiki on if that's the only African garb? It don't make sense. This is African. I don't know if y'all know this or not. This is handmade. This is African. I don't know if y'all. This is handmade. You don't see it says made in Indonesia or China, right? This is handmade. This is African, right? This is African, handmade. Why people don't wear this? Why do they keep wearing the same thing that everybody wears as if that's the dress code for Africa? And the president of Ghana is wearing a suit and a tie of the West. Make it make sense to me. It don't make sense. It's insane, people. These are the things that we're chasing at. Because we have people on these platforms, even that do shaka bars. I'm sitting like, dude, you a hypocrite, bruh.
Oh, what do you do now?
No, he's just a hypocrite. He's a hypocritical dude. He's not trying to find no truth either, brother. He's not. He's right along with the rest of them just to seek attention. That's it. Just to seek attention.
Pardon the interruption, guys.
Oh, he a Hotep hustler.
Yeah, on that part.
I'm not gonna say Hotep hustler. I would never say that.
I say it for you.
But good. No, somebody said a Hotep hustler. I said I would never call him a Hotep hustler. I just said what my brother Dre and I was just talking about, why they don't want certain people in certain rooms. It's because of stuff like this. But go ahead, family, on Clubhouse.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure I understand. You're saying the people that they said were white were not white.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so what was the reason saying that they were white?
Because you didn't. Well, you don't see what I'm seeing when everybody else sees. I'm showing something on YouTube. That's why y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sabir Bay YouTube. So I showed it was a sister that was talking about it on here, and the headline was "White men get citizenship in Ghana." That's what the headline was, and it was Shaka Bars who put it up there. So
that's why he's saying you got to get that propaganda, because when you see the imagery with what the words are, it'll make sense.
Exactly. You got to see the image. So imagery is everything. So now they're going to constantly keep putting this out here to you. Constantly put a white people. Nobody sit back and say, well, who the hell is white? Nobody's white. My daughter's 5, and she asked your child, if you have a young child, what color they are. And I bet you they're going to tell you what color they are. This is how crazy the adults are. They're going to, a child going to say, I'm brown. They're not going to say they're black. Well, brother, this is what black people do. It's semantics. It's not semantics. It has nothing to do with semantics. Adjectives and nouns. And it's weird, like how we justify it, and not even knowing that the term black came later on. It's spelled B-L-E-A-C. B-L-E-A-C. That's an Anglo-Saxon word.
And I love when I see like the videos, or when the children are asked the question, like on Sinetta, it was a prominent video. I thought they was gonna be able to keep that one going based off the fact that they was asking the children questions, and they asked about what was the skin color of a family member. I guess she was out there with the mother, and the little girl was asked on camera, what is the color of the pictures on the mural thing, and she said that the quote unquote pale skin people were pink.
Thank you. So, but this is what we do, right? We're not doing nothing different. This is why Carter G. Woodson said this, bro, in his book, The Miseducation of the Negro. He said a black teacher is nothing but a white teacher. That's what Carter G. Woodson said.
That fucks people up when they hear that.
A black teacher is nothing but a white teacher. Majority of your black scholars still got the mindset of a European, because ain't nobody black, and you try to justify the black and then say it's the ancient black when black is not even an ancient word. Then if I say, give me the language that you would have said at that time, if it's ancient, then why don't you use that language then? So this is the argument back and forth with these so-called black conscious people, because reality is what they don't want. The reality, they want the fantasy, and that's what's going on. That's why people laugh at them. It ain't because they don't like you because of who you are. They're not black people. When they was arguing that issue, I was in Tunis, brother. I showed y'all the videos in the footages when I was in Tunis. I went to where Hannibal got on the boat at. They talked about freaking Denzel Washington. They don't call themselves black there. It's not black. Now, if you said more, it'd be a little different. If you said more, different. If you go to Egypt and talk about the Moors in Egypt, they'll tell you, but they have to separate you. So when you read books like J.A. Rogers' book, The 100 Amazing Facts About the Negro, he talks about before the 1500s, it was called Ethiopians and Moors. The Moors from ancient Egypt. So if you said the Moor part, then it'd be different. But nobody's linked to the term black, period. When you go to another country, they don't call people white. They call you French, Dutch, Irish, Italian. That's what they call you, but not
that part.
White. You see what I'm saying? So it's something's going on with the mentality of people here in the United States because it was taught to you. And I called out all the black scholars to have this conversation. Trust me, when I was in Spain, they called my brother Percy a negro. That's Spanish. But they also say moro. That's what they were called. From Moor or moro to negro to nigger and then to black. That's how they did it. So I can call you a nigger in English, black man, and get away from it. Get away with it. See how simple that is? We emotional. Oh my God. They hate us because our skin. No. They've been trying to imitate us. Go study Queen Anne in 1605. They were studying us. They would paint their faces and to look like us. Go study the history. They all did it. They got tanning booths out of the day. So it was based on the complexion of the individual, right? Why were they trying to get dark then? Or they know something about you that you don't know about yourself.
For sure. You ever seen that? I know you've seen the movie because it came around in your younger years. It came on in the 90s. Remember that movie, The Program?
Yeah, it's old, but they got a new movie on Netflix. Go watch Queen Charlotte on Netflix. Go watch that documentary.
Remember in the part of the program when the pale skinned football player told the large brother that was on his team, he was basically making a complaint. He was looking at him like, why you look like that? He was like, brother, they big and they was working out and everything. And he was like, no, bro. And he wore Unc in the movie the whole time. And he told the brother, he said, man, everybody don't have the same genetic makeup as you.
They don't. This is why, brother, like when you sit back, let's be 100. How many small bodyguards or small bouncers y'all know? All these bouncers are big, right? Because you don't have to have the brain. That's the bronze. They don't care. It's called intimidation. That's why they get them big brawny dudes. They don't care because mentally you messed up. Physically you fit, but mentally you messed up. And this is even why Bruce Lee said you could knock down the biggest dude, small as he was. It's not about that B. It's about the energy. And that's what they fear. It's the energy. So I don't care if you're 10 foot tall, bro. You have a child of a minor. And this is why they call you black people minorities. Y'all don't get it yet? This is what is happening. And I'm not coming down on my people, but I want y'all to understand this is how they look at you. And I sat in rooms with them and they try to figure me out. Well, what school did you go to? No, you can never call me a minority, period. We're the majority of the people, period. You have more melanated people here than anybody that's light here in America. More melanated people. And melanin is just not in your skin, it's in your hair. It's in your eyes. That's melanin. We just look at this outer part and talk about somebody white. I have never seen I did see a pure white person, albino. I did. But anyway, they still come from us.
But based on your observation over there, it sounds like they basically, as far as the culture's intact, and they are deliberately uplifting humanity there because
dude, let me tell you something. I was on this island called Malta. Y'all can look it up. Malta. If you hit an individual on this island, you will go to jail. It's a human rights violation. Over here, you cannot find a human rights lawyer, but it is one here. She's from Palestine. Her name is Eureka. She's an African-American professor. She's from Palestine, but she's a human rights lawyer, right? You can look her up. Human rights lawyer here. This is why you only have civil rights attorneys here in the United States, because civil is dealing with money. That's me in Carthage right there. That's the Carthaginian room when I was sitting there. So when you go to these places and you sit with these people and have true knowledge of who you are, trust me, they will back down. Trust me, they will respect you more. That's what it is about. When they know that you know who you are, they have to keep you deaf, dumb, and blind. We have to train you for 12 years. You follow me? All this stuff is happening. So these things is happening out here. Believe me, let me tell you something. I'm going to go back to this fire thing again. When you sit back, I'm thinking about what was in these people's houses that caught on fire.
As far as what was built, they was built with.
No, I'm just saying, period. What kind of stuff they had inside those houses, right? All these things. I'm sitting back like, yo, you can burn all the books up in this house. Everything is in my head. That's why. Remember, I told you materialistic stuff can go. I'm fine.
Yeah. I'm always thinking about that. Like, you know, I look at the family members and be like, they not willing to let nothing go because the way they act about the things.
It's the things, brother, and the things that you want will get you more in debt, and that's what's going on with us. The things that we want get us more in debt. I don't have no debt, people. None. I don't have a debt. Why? Because I didn't want a car note. Why? My father raised 9 of us to say, if you don't have the money to buy the car, don't buy the car. That's how my father raised me in South Philly. So we don't have car notes. You know what I mean? We don't have those things. So the things that you want will get you more in debt. And that's so these people who are not like homeless people, it's a lot of homeless people out here too. They have nothings. You never see. Listen, this is the weird part. And I want y'all to follow.
They got cell phones. I've seen them.
But listen, you can have that. Have you ever seen these people trying to get money, the IRS get money from a homeless person or a wino?
No.
But they get it from you. You see how this works? You never see them. Well, they ain't working. But they never mess with a wino or a homeless person because they have nothing. You see what I'm saying? So if you have nothing, right? Again, the things that you want put you more in debt. So don't go beyond your means, and we're living beyond our means. So Allah is going to come chastise you. Okay, you think you got it all? Okay, this is what's happening, bro. This is what's going on. So we're going to let you see, if you believe the stories of Solomon and Gomorrah, if you believe all these plagues, all these beautiful things in the Bible, why you think this stuff couldn't happen now? You just stopped at a certain time. So you're going to be tested. So you do have people that is actually out here doing it, but they don't get the airplay because it's not entertaining enough for people.
All right. I told telling people that life is like, you know, how they see life, and tell them that, well, that life that you see in your mind is boring.
Yes, but this is the thing. I don't even have a boring life. My life is fun every damn day because there's always something crazy, and I'm going to turn on my computer and see something crazy with our people. Complaining about y'all.
Just came to the stage on the Clubhouse stage.
No doubt. Hey, tell them what we're going to do on Clubhouse. Peace, family. But tell them what we're going to do before I go to this next video, brother. What we're going to be doing with this Clubhouse thing, because I told you I'm new to this Clubhouse thing. I'm not a fan of it because people be on there with a lot of gossip. But tell them what we're going to do, brother Dre.
Yo, absolutely, man. So, you know, we're going to, you know, well, Sabir already been on Clubhouse, but we're going to open up the floodgates so that we can connect with a larger audience on this platform. So y'all be on the lookout, you know what I'm saying, for the traveling more. We gonna just make it the traveler.
Yeah, let's call it the traveler. Don't you ain't got to put the more in it because you know people may get scared. Oh, you talk about that more stuff, bro. Don't you dare, don't they? That's that sovereign citizen talk, brother. So
hey, salute to Dre. The man is a whiz. Salute, Dre.
Yeah, y'all could look forward to more Sabir, you know what I mean, Bay dropping some jewels. You know what I'm saying? The brother does travel. So that name is not just like one of those Masonic or, you know what I'm saying, one of those type of terms. This brother literally does travel. So and his experience and the knowledge that he's sharing with you comes from his travels and his studies. So this brother Royal Ali, did you have anything that you wanted to chime in on the topic? You got anything you want to say to Sabir?
No, I just popped in the room and just caught a little bit at tail end of the conversation. You know, I was just listening. So I didn't catch most of the conversation. I just got in from Florida. Actually, I'm back in New Jersey right now.
Oh, Snow Bunny. They say we us from the East Coast go down to Florida when it get warm out.
Yeah. Hey, Sabir, I used to go to the round table when you in the 90s.
Oh, damn. He went back to Brother Alim.
Brother Alim, you was calling me to traveling more back then.
Yeah, ain't that funny? That's crazy, yo. Let me tell you, I told a story about Alim. Yo, get with Dre, man, and get my number, man, and hit me up. Yeah, get with Brother Dre, man, and get my number. Hit me up. Let me tell you the crazy part. I told this story about Aleem. So let me tell y'all this how this went down at one time. We used to have classes before all this stuff started coming on social media at Brother Aleem's house, and he was an elder. He passed away. Damn, Aleem been going for a minute. And I remember I told the story when we used to walk. We used to pick up the El Moroccan stars, and I remember on a hot ass day, I'm walking because I had a pickup truck, an S10 pickup truck. And he used to put the papers in my back of my truck. And I remember walking with Brother Aleem, and I used to say, well, they don't know. So this elder, the way he was so cold. He said, he stopped me in the middle of the street and said, don't never tell a person what they don't know. Ask them what they do know so they can tell you that they don't know. I said, God damn. From that point on, no, we're not talking about that Aleem Bey, y'all. Y'all talking about the younger Aleem Bey. This brother passed away. He was an elder. You have to be around at the round table at the time. That's what he's talking about. So what it was, we used to have the classes at the round table. So if you had a difference with a person, you would come air that joint out. And we would not leave. We would not leave the Moorish Order round table until 3 or 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I swear to God, it was crazy. It was that intense.
It was nice. It was some good days back then.
It was good days, bro. And it was real until everything went haywire. You know what I mean? When people started chasing the money, and that's what was happening. I was in the rooms with Val. I know what was going on with Val's. I was there. We know. So we used to have also Camden, New Jersey. We had the Packer building, and I got days the Packer building in Camden. I think they turned that into a damn apartment now. But these are the things that we were doing. So when people bring up stuff to me, I laugh at it now. I'll be like, I was sitting at the table, brother. I was there. Like, what are you talking about? So it's a lot of stuff that needs to come back, and you have to have the right people in those places, B. Because if people walked away from this knowledge, a lot of Moors walked away from this knowledge, bro, and a lot of people went to jail, also. So I'm seeing it now with social media. You know, this social media make everybody gurus now. Everybody, they look at something and saw a video from 20, 35 years ago and say, yeah, I'm sharp. And then when a real person come in like the dude Wesley Huff and eat up guys like Billy Carson, that type of stuff.
Yeah, Sabir, I had done quite a bit of traveling too, picked up a few things. You know, as far as knowledge wise, as far as I've always traveled and still do. So yeah, I picked up a lot of information over the years. You know, because that was that's like over 30 years ago.
Ain't that crazy? What I just tell y'all, I ain't even hear from this. He's almost 30 years. That's that crazy. That's freaking insane, dude. Like, damn. But I just got back from Portugal, and I went to I stayed in it's a place called the Moorish Quarters in Portugal. I stayed there. It's crazy. I did a couple of books I did over there too. I went to the Moorish Castle in Portugal also, but I think I went to like three or four of the castles. It's called the 7 Castles in Portugal, and I think I went to 3 or 4 of them when I was over there. I just got back about a month or so ago, and I'm getting ready to go back again. But it's so much.
I've been following you.
History,
I've been following you. I've been catching some of your stuff. I've been following.
And this is what I want to bring to even in Philadelphia, brother. Like, we need to have this type of conversation. And Dre, the weird part of Dre, and Dre may be humble with this because he always say, "Man, our people don't support shit." He be telling he said it to me today. And every time he said it to me, it hurt my heart, bro. He's like, it hurts my heart when he said. He said, "Our people don't support shit," and I'm like, damn, Dre, like we support the lie.
And it's real, man. I got an event coming up, right, with state representatives Carol Kazim and Gina Curry. We trying to bring the Ebony Alert law to Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying? And you would think it's going to be the first of the 5 events that I'm going to do for 2025, in addition to just the other, you know what I mean, work. And but people, they say that there's a need for certain things, but they don't want to invest in what they say we need.
And that's why we lack, brother. And this is what I tell people: Europeans will back a lie. I swear, Europeans will back a lie. This is I can't get mad at them. Do you know that dude that allegedly killed the healthcare worker? You know how much money that dude got? He's big. Like Puffy got mad at him in jail because he getting held as a hero. But this is what they do. They back their people. But that's why I told you I'm fine. I'm doing something with Dr. Phil Valentine on February the 16th, right? And I said this. I said I'm chilling after that because if ain't nobody paying me, I'm fine. I don't have to do none of this. I can do my own on my own show. But like you said, Dre, we don't back the real people, and the people that have these platforms don't want certain people on their platforms because you're going to get your hand out my pocket syndrome, and that's what's going on. So on February the 16th, my brother King Simon is putting something together with Phil Valentine, and we're not getting paid for this. We're just doing it because we're gonna do it. But it was kind of crazy, brother. So again, man, we truly don't want to get anything done, brother. We don't. It's just a lot of talking, family. That's all. It's a lot. Foxy, what's going on? So I'm gonna play this video real fast, y'all. So 1 second. I like this girl's commentary, man. I think she's from Palestine, but I just want you to hear what she said. Just pay attention to this. And you probably didn't hear this, Dre, none of y'all. But listen to what she just said. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pull this up and listen to what she said. If y'all want the Rex 84, please hit me up.
Insurance companies are. Mayor of LA decided to cut funds for Los Angeles' fire department. It's amounted to a $17 million cut in this year's budget. The local government did this while raising the funds of LAPD. 2023, the city council okayed a nearly $1 billion increase in police raises and bonuses, 13% increase in starting pay for new officers, 12% cost of living increases over 4 years, and a variety of bonuses and incentives. Let me get this straight. You thought it was okay to cut money from the fire department when we live in California and we're constantly impacted by wildfires, but you thought that LAPD did a $1 billion increase in bonuses and raises. Okay, got it. Insurance companies are also dropping homeowners like hot potatoes. Last year, 17,000 people who had Liberty Mutual lost their fire insurance policy. Insurance companies are dropping homeowners in California in totality. Since 2022, 7 of the top 12 insurance carriers have either cut their existing homeowners policies or stopped selling new ones. We're at the point where if you live in California and you have homeowners insurance, you're lucky, let alone fire protection. The icing on the cake, the Biden administration decided to send $8 billion more in arms sales to Israel 3 days ago. Brings us to a totality of $17.9 billion of military aid to Israel that we know of. Can you imagine if we invested this type of money in our own country to fight climate crisis, but sending it to useless wars? Images coming out of LA are absolutely devastating. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Make sure you follow me for more news updates like this.
So she just told you what was happening. Well, we over here arguing about hip hop when real stuff is happening.
I wanted to know your thought on because it kind of bugs me out. What is your thought on the word when they use and say aid?
Who?
The word aid that they use often. I seen a post about Biden signed something to help Africa in aid.
But this is the thing, like, everybody needs that, but Biden is the chief executive officer. He can only pass executive orders, bro. And people don't understand that. This thing is bigger than what people think it is. I'm more so focused on this insurance thing. Why did they insurance? And this is what's making people snap. That right there. You thought you was doing something. This time I told you they got you comfortable. You thought you was doing the right thing. Like you take your child to the school, you think you're doing the right thing, right? It's weird with me. I have always been rebellious, man. Like I remember when I was in Philly, it was my son was homeschooled, right? Then I put him in school for a year so he can see other, be around other people. There's a school on Kenny Gamble has is on 17th and Christian. I forgot the name of the damn school. But anyway, I remember taking my son there because my son was homeschooled. And my son would see the picture of the Moorish chief. This is a real story, bro. Amir, my son that got killed. This is how I instilled this knowledge into my son. He went in the room. He saw a picture of the Moorish chief in there. He comes back into me and says, Daddy, we got the same picture, the Moorish chief. Now, mind you, this is my son, Amir. He was like 4 or 5 at the time. And I remember signing him up for school. And the teacher wanted a social security number. And I said, why do you need a social security number? School is public. Why do you need that? Like, this is what was going on. Real rap. I told you I've been doing this. I used to be real radical. I was more radical back then. So they were saying, well, It's the law. I said, what law? I said, well, go. This is a sister. I said, go and find me that law that you said he needed a social security number. Y'all don't even know why they ask you for the social security number in schools. Do y'all know why? So you have to be hip. And that's what hip hop is about. When you hip to something, you hop out on what you know. Because they would get kickbacks and funding for it. So it was a sister that didn't understand the law, didn't understand me. She was fighting because I said, I don't need a social security number for my son to go to school. Why? It's public. And she was so pissed off, she went to go get the principal. And eventually they yelled because you couldn't tell me I needed a social security number. When he went to school, I took him out of school. This is all what was happening. I remember the truant's officers coming to my house. Y'all don't know that's what we call them on the East Coast. I remember them knocking on my door. It was a European and it was a sister. The European stepped back. The sister steps up and said, why wasn't your son in school? I said, well, who are you again? This is what I asked the sister. I said, who are you? And she said, well, we the truant officer. I said, well, I don't have no contract with you. Well, who do you get this information from? This is the part when people get scared. The fear factor. Oh my God, I'll go to jail. If you didn't kill nobody, don't worry about it. You're going to be home.
Mm-hmm.
So what we going to stand on? So I was standing on this stuff for real, for real. This is how I was doing it.
Yeah.
So what happened? The lady got pissed. She said, okay, sir, have a nice day. See, this is the thing. When you're boxing, right, the first person off that walks off is the one who won, still standing in the ring. What it is, well, we give up because of fear. And fear is only false evidence appearing real. You can't scare me, bro. I seen death. I'm fine. I went through it, all of it. You can't scare me. It don't work. You can't buy me because I'm not your hoe. So people like that is a threat to certain individuals because you don't know where they're coming from. Like, which way? I don't know where he's coming. I don't know what he's going to do. No, everybody from Clubhouse to Twitter to X, Facebook, you all have that power if we just started looking out for each other. Unity is the key. And there's a word for it. I can't think it right off here. It's a quote. It'll come to me in a minute that Ibn Khaldun said. It's about the unity. But we hypocrites. We're not trying to do no unity. It's not about unity with us. It's not. So all these things that we talk about, we can fix. We can fix. But like the brother Dre said, we don't support the right people. I was disappointed when I went to go see Leonard Jeffries. How many people was trying to get into this place for free at the Rotunda? I was like, are y'all serious? So what the hell I'm fighting for y'all for free? You crazy? Leonard Jeffries, how old is Leonard Jeffries, brother Dre? He's like 89, 90 probably. Y'all don't support these people? And this is the same thing I'm seeing happen with brother Taj. You hypocrites, bro. You're hypocrites. And I'm talking to everybody that's on here because y'all know that we can do better.
For sure.
We can do better.
That's an actual fact.
You know what I mean? I'm being real. And that's what I'm to that point, brother. I'm fine. I ride with somebody. I rock with somebody. But when push come or they say the rubber hit the road, niggas are going, bro, because it don't sound good.
And it's sad because, like, for all of the real troopers that been doing this work, you know what I'm saying? It's no retirement plan.
There is no retirement plan for this, brother. Everybody that passed away had to get like donations from Dr. Ben on down, brother. Even the great Alton Maddox. That was the crazy part. I'm like, what? Alton helped all these people. Alton Maddox helped these people and they turned their back on him, bro. He the one that got me to read the Dred Scott case. I told everybody to get that case. Read the Dred Scott case. It's a hell of a case. I got that too. But read it.
The crazy part about it is you putting yourself out there to be clipped before time, and people want to just sit back and just like.
Yeah. That's why I said I fall back, brother. Why you think I fall back? Do you think you heard what the brother said damn near 30 years? What he say? At least he told you. The brother just was I know. I know stuff that y'all have no idea. I just don't say it on here for what? Why?
That just brought me to the thought of the I sent you on Instagram the CNN head guy. He was talking about, you know, the specifics on the citizenship thing. And I'm like, damn, how they bring it up real quick, and then they'll say, okay, this is the law on it, but then they leave it out there for people to be what's that word? The like how you break it down, and when you're breaking it down off the
But you know the funny thing is, I don't need them to tell me anything. You know why? Because let me show you something. I'm gonna show you something. These are mini discs. You see that says what? The 13th, 14th Amendment. This is a mini disc. So whatever subject, I can play all these shows, and y'all can hear me say that back then. So the point is what? Hold on, where's the citizenship one at? The agent.
What was the name of it in the Rex 84?
Which one?
When they the way they got the propaganda set up where people not gonna, even though the truth is right in your face,
it's right in your face.
They're gonna train them to already think a whole different way.
Yeah. Here it is. I'm gonna show you something from 2004, 2005. These are mini discs for the record. That was in 2005. Where was you at? I did this on radio, so I already paid my dues.
I was in the hood in 2005.
I was still in the hood too. Don't get it twisted. I keep trying to tell you I was there. So what took me out the hood is getting into this knowledge.
That part.
And that's just thinking about it, like how you said, we like the usher in and push the agenda to push more people to go to. Just no, look, we're gonna go to the library. What y'all doing right now? You ain't doing nothing? Come on, we all gonna
listen. I say this and I'm gonna say this again while Dre and I'm on here. In Philadelphia, I said to rent the room in Philadelphia, Jenkins Law Library is $50 an hour. Jenkins Law Library is on Market Street, 17th and Market now, right? They moved it. And I said, imagine if we got everybody on the fees just to put up $50 and everybody will go, right? In this law. I did classes and I have classes too. Go to my website, y'all. I do have the classes up there. I did one on the lane too. But the crazy part, like, you can rent the room for $50 an hour. If you have an issue about reparations, I can tell you what book to find, how many books you can find, sit at the table. If you have an issue with traffic, I can tell you what books you can find, sit at the table. If you got a problem with taxes, Title 26 or Title 27 of the United States Codes, bring that to the table and sit in this room. And no matter what case that you have, you can do it. This is why I said, I'm not going out my way anymore, brother. If somebody dropped me 10 grand, I would do it. I would go. But if everybody put together and say, yo, brother, let's have this conversation in the law library because I have an issue with a ticket. Dre just told me he got a ticket today, right? I said, you know what you can do? I can take you directly to where you can fix that problem at. Seriously. But it's in there. But we don't want to go there.
No, not even in the conversation with the, we got to raise our women up. Not even in the regular conversation with the women because they are so against, like I was breaking it down, the lawful meaning of the word age. And it's like this big discrepancy.
Good guy, 87. Ooh, go ahead, brother. No,
yeah, it's this big discrepancy. And I heard you say it before when you hear people say, well, they make an excuse and say, well, I'm young. And and I'm like, hold on, these people haven't read that the term age, based on the words that we use today connotatively, that a 13-year-old is an adult, a 12-year-old is an adult.
Yeah. Fred Hampton was 21 years old when he was doing what he was doing. Brother, what are you talking about? Just think about like what it is with us, we make up excuses. That's what it is. It's like Adam, the story of Adam blaming Eve. Well, she may be doing, no, nigga, you wanted to Putin nanny. That's why you did it. That's why you did it. Don't say she did it. You did it because you wanted it. And this is what we do today. I got to get the nice car to get the girl. That's why the advertisement boards are up there on there. It says advert means to be aware of. That's what advertisement means, to be aware. So if I get the car, I can get the girl. So she made me do it. No, she didn't. You wanted it. A woman, bruh, a woman can make a weak man kill, steal, and lie. And that's why they go for dudes like that. I'm going to repeat this again. A woman can make a weak man steal, kill, and lie for her. I've seen it happen, and that's what's going on.
And that's like a trope in all the movies.
In jail because of a woman.
You follow me? My boy's in jail. He used to have a barbershop on 16th and damn South. This is the crazy part. Let me tell you this, bro. I knew what this dude was doing. Trust me. I knew he was hustling. See, this is the point when I was getting out the hustle game. But as a hustler, you never leave that alone because you can tell what somebody's doing. And I seen it. I'm like, nigga, like, but to come to find out what he was doing, he was trying to keep up with her Coach bags. You know, Coach bags is $5,000-$6,000. I ain't never bought a girl a Coach bag a day in my life. What the hell am I do that for? You crazy? Like, he went to jail bringing drugs across state lines. That's what happened. That's what caught him. You know what she did? He's still in jail. You know what she did? She went on and got married to another nigga. And you're right.
Cold game, boy. It's the cold game.
This is the game.
They gonna do.
And that's what happens. So I used to, this thing like the Black Widow spider. Y'all know about the Black Widow, right? The Black Widow mates with the man and bites the head off. So what the woman is doing is mentally biting the man's head off because he does anything for her. Because why? You don't have the discipline. And that's what Fred Hampton was talking about. The discipline. Go watch the video with Fred Hampton talking about that. If you don't have the discipline, all this is going to fall. And that's what's happening in this conscious community right now. I want to be the head. I'm King Kong motherfucking conscious. Nigga, I'm the best of the best. No, bruh. You're not. It's your actions. And they watching you. So they're going to push you out in front of everybody.
Your goofy ass down.
You follow me? And yeah, I ain't going to call him goofy, but I'm just telling you what it is. You know why? I got something for y'all. Remember I told you, Dre is messed in my floor, but it's all good, Dre, because I have songs. Listen up. Who's more in tune, us or nature? Listen up. Listen up, y'all. Hold up. Hold up. We got to cue this up, baby. Who is this? Who's this? Don't forget to hit the like, share, support button, Zelle.
Sound like some time. Blind the family song.
What up? I'm almost done, y'all. Dre had me on for 2 hours. Come on, Dre. I love you, bro.
With every breath I breathe, I choose life and children. With every breath I breathe, I choose a wife and good living. With every single breath that I ingest, I am given a smidgen to make life-changing decisions. Listen, my mission with precision will position our children by the millions and start building our culture for the billions and trillions of people coming after us. If they doubt, they won't be as fast as us. Cause in our time, we keep a new power on. We keep renewing your mind. Cause soon you will find that every single breath that I breathe keeps us conscious enough to perceive and achieve if you believe. But oxygen comes from the trees. Without air for 4 minutes, forget it, you catching some seeds. One time. A new power on. We keep renewing your mind. Cause soon you will find that every single breath that I breathe keeps us conscious enough to perceive and achieve if you believe. But oxygen comes from the trees. Without air for 4 minutes, forget it, you catching some seeds. So which is really conscious, us or nature? Maybe the trees wish to elevate the paper. And maybe this was just before to forget that nature thinks we're doing nothing at all. And this is the way of the world. The world meaning the conscious nature and the earth that swirls. Like Buffalo girls, we go round the outside. Chris is controversial, but Chris never lied. In the forest, the mountains, and the hills I reside. You gotta follow the purpose you feel inside. What's your purpose?
If you don't know your purpose in life, somebody's going to put you to work because they know what their purpose is.
With every single breath I choose, with every single breath I move, with every single breath I brew, with every single breath I use, with every single breath I snooze, with every single breath I cruise, with every single breath I choose life, not strife or strain. Some like that I came to rearrange the game, others blame and remain the same. Same, but me, the plan is plain. We got to think more humane.
Yo, if you don't know your purpose in life, somebody's going to put you to work because they know what their purpose is. I'm just putting it out there. That's it. So anything you want to share, Brother Dre, or anybody else on Clubhouse? Because I'm going to get this thing popping on Clubhouse. Anybody on YouTube, Facebook, but do me a favor, share this out to everybody. Are you there, Dre, before I get off this feed? Because I've been on here for like 2 hours, brother, and I do got to cook. I know it's kind of late. It's 9:51 over here, but damn. I don't know if my brother's still there.
I'll say this. Definitely appreciate you taking the time out. You know what I mean? Amidst everything that you have going on to share, brother. Appreciate it.
No doubt, brother. But this is the key, brother. Time never was when man was not. Time is an illusion. It doesn't even exist. Timing does. So everything is always moving constantly. So when Drake called me and said, let's do it, I said, yo, brother, give me time. I'm going to go home. I'm trying to, I ain't even eat yet, bro, since this morning. And I was on a plane and did a whole turnaround. And I was like, okay, Drake, we're going to do it. Okay. And I said, okay, give me 15 minutes. I'm not too far, brother. We're going to do it. Because when I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And I haven't even ate anything yet. I went to the market to grab something before they closed, but I haven't even cooked yet. And this is what happens. So when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And that's just how I am. But I thank you, brother, for joining me. I thank all of y'all on Clubhouse for joining me. And don't forget to go to my website, SabirBey.com, or come subscribe to the YouTube channel, Sabir Bey YouTube, or my Facebook, Sabir Bey. You know, it's a lot of stuff that's going on, man. But I thank y'all so much, man. And I hope everybody on the feeds have a wonderful evening on purpose. If you could contribute, I hope y'all do. Dre, we're gonna do this again, brother. We got to do it real soon, brother. Let's put this thing together, man, so we can start making this thing jump on Clubhouse. Because I would like to box with a lot of these educated black folks. All right. I'm gonna close out with this track right here by KRS-One. That's my G. We supposed to be doing something in Morocco in March. That's the first time KRS-One is going to be in Morocco. That's going to be crazy. So this track is called The Beginning by KRS-One with my brother Sun One. I thank y'all so much. Don't go nowhere. Share the videos out right now. Peace.
SabirBeyRadio@gmail.com, y'all. SabirBeyRadio@gmail.com.
Yo, check your mic. Let's test these levels.
Check.
Okay, word. We got the sound. Let me know when the break's coming in.
Nah, there's no break. I'm just gonna go straight through.
I kick that shit.
Heaven sent, I can prove this. Any crowd, turn me up loud. KR will move this. Long before Eazy-E, this MC, he was ruthless. Kicking rhyme, spitting rhyme, written rhyme, freestyle. I do's this. Who's this? You don't know me, homie. I'm the one and only. I turn your tool into a toll. Tell you owe me. You ain't gotta go to the past to know me, homie. I'm KRS-One. My power is now. Eckhart Tolle. These rappers are bony and lonely. I'll catch them coming out of Shoney's. I don't Oscar or admire, they baloney. No phony. I spit for the time from the mind. So when I spit off the head, of course I'm ahead of my time. Yes, I'm better with rhyme, and it's evident I'm the lyrically benevolent kind. This you never gonna find. I'm spitting plenty medleys. This is work, not a job. Rappers are crying like a boss in reverse. They solve. That's when they get robbed and disappointed. They not anointed, get them set up like an appointment. I spit the same heat you like to joint with. Fire, spit the truth, no liar. Heaven sent, this is higher. The mic cooks, I write books. The heavyweight champion. The song becomes a knockout with the right hook. I'm raw, meaning not cooked. These fake rappers heads are down, cause in the face of KRS, they do not look. 40 cal style, rap-a-pum like big drums. When I heat up the club to 420, it's done. Light up the cheek with the chunk. I teach when I come. Knowledge reigning supreme. What these rappers speaking is dumb. It's a treat when I come. I'm not what you used to. I'm the return of Khufu all over these tracks like choo-choo. I'm the guru. So when my teaching premieres, it's gangstar. Hitting you and your man in the same car. These whack rappers, fuck who they are. KRS is like a hooligan. Hitting them all with the same bars. Hooligans hitting them with the same bars. Your whack style just ain't ours. Venus to Mars. I'm teaching with bars. Spitting these bars. But youngins under 21 can't even get into these bars. So I don't blame them if they not seeing these bars. Cause when I hit them with my universe, all they seeing is stars. Speaking of bars, when I spit one, you can see it's all about impact over an income. The big one, multi-directional and exceptional. 10 of my first 20 albums are all collectibles. You feel the heat when I'm next to you, truly legendary. Underground, undetectable, and revolutionary. Most of what's going on today, you know we knew already. I tried to teach our people about poverty, it took too many. It shook too many. We can see what a curse is. So I re-emerge to show these youngins who the first is. The minister, frying rap chickens like churches. And the worst is seeing your temperature taken by nurses. IV bags, your family picking out hearses. It's like you at the Barclays Center, you won't survive these verses. Sprite means spirit, so I obey what my thirst is. The whole planet, so-called Earth, is what my turf is.
Hold up, yo, I got this. Yo, this is about to be fire. Levels is on point. You sound good out here. Let's get this project started.
Shout out to Sun One. So listen, y'all should get the video I did with James Smalls and KRS-One. I did a video with James Smalls and KRS-One. If you want to, you can email me. I can email it directly over to you. Dre, before I go, brother, something you want to share with everybody, brother, before I go, because I do gotta eat. I'm human. The sister asked me, do I ever sleep? But I do sleep. So anything you want to share before we go, y'all? Because I gotta get off the feed. Let me give y'all another Sun One before we get out of here, y'all. Peace. Peace, brother Dre. I'll call you in a minute. Peace, peace, peace. Share the videos. Peace.
You came up on these shores, 700 years, educated by the Moors. 17th century, genocide in the gun. Your passage blessed to market the African.
Peace.